Boom, boom. This is Kinder coming at you from the corner. How's everybody doing? All right, so I've got a little bit of DanMachi Memoria Freese up today. So I got some stuff to talk about here. We're at the crossroads, as you will say here. I pretty much finished up with Ottarl. He's pretty much done. I maxed out. I maxed out his damage. I'll show you what I did. I got up to 2771, so I got about another 150, maybe about 200 more damage out of him. And I did that primarily did that through the weapon. If you go into blacksmith and you go into so what you're going to do is you just want to upgrade it, and then you want to do is you just want to choose the sword, and you just want to keep upgrading it. You want to rehammer it. Upgrading it, you're going to smelt it, and just keep smelting it, upgrading it, and you use that with the sandstones, and finally you'll come up to the max here, which is what I've got. So it starts out as, I think it starts out as a 4-star. It's either a 4-star or a 3-star. I think it starts out as a 4-star. But anyway, you just each time you do it, each time you smelt it, you get it up, and you can make another 5. And upgrade it until you get to max. The max that you can get it to is 60, and after that you have to start ascending it. I can't ascend it because I don't have the materials at this time, and the Ascension dungeon just closed down a little while ago, so I was not able to focus on it because I was building Ottarl at the time. So I should be able to get through it now. It was one of the things I couldn't do until I got Ottarl. I managed to beat one time, but it wasn't for the Ascension items that I got were not for the King's Blade. I don't think they were for this either. No, it's the same thing. So I was not able to get those. So, but I did get it up to the original damage. I think it was like 203 or something. I got it all the way up to 332. Its durability increased all the way up to 906. And I rehammered the attributes. And got that plus 30 strength that I was looking for, and that's good. I wanted the plus 15 and I wanted a plus 30, so I got those two effects. You can keep going hammering it over and over and over and over again and try to get one more extra stat, but I don't have the materials for that. So this is as far as I can get it right now. It's not finished. I'm going to fully ascend it, and I'm going to rehammer it until I can get multiple stats, but that's in the future when I got the mats to do it. We're still in the infancy of equipment ascension. I'm just getting to the point where I have a team that can actually get the ascension items needed. They are hard. They do not make them easy to get, and you will need a very high level team to get them, as I found out. I was able to beat the one ascension level that I did barely, and Ottarl ended up being of course the one to finish it off, as everybody else was dead. Just like the adventure level quest, the same thing happened, where you fight the boss on that. So he's finished for the time being. Okay, so got to focus. So the next thing I was looking at is the assist for him. Okay, I'm looking at part-time goddess Hestia. Is what I was looking at, but let's face it, getting part-time goddess Hestia bonds is going to take forever. Plus, what I don't like about part-time goddess Hestia is the fact that, okay, so I've got 1 limit break for her, so I'm getting the 10%. Okay, 2 limit breaks, it's still 10%. 3 limit breaks, it's still 10%. Her of course her attributes are going up a little bit, but still 10%. And then finally 15%. Okay, and these stats are not like hooray, hooray, hooray. The sky is falling. There's only 1 SS, which is in strength, of course, which is where you want it because that's what you affect Ottarl. So I'm like, I'm just not really happy with the fact that I'm only getting a plus 15. So I pretty much. I think the reason they released Freya when they released Ottarl was specifically so you'd have an assist for Ottarl, is what I think is what they're trying to hint at. Because if you look at her, Okay, so increase her status. Okay, okay, we've already got a 15% strength, but we've also got this ailment resist, and we've got magic, physical resist, magic resist, as well as the strength and magic buff. Okay, so she's totally um, giving not only a 15%, that's more than Hestia. The only reason I don't have Freya on there right now is because her stats are so low that the current Space Hestia that I have on there gives me more damage and better because she's fully limit broke. So, but once I get, once I get up to here, look at this. We've got S, 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 and we've got 20% a strength 20, so double plus a full ailment resist, and an increase in the magic resist and mystery. So this is definitely what they allow. This is definitely what you want to use for Ottarl. Okay, it's just Ottarl is one of hers. Okay, he's he's her assistant. In the anime, Ottarl is he's Freya's assistant. When she needs something done, she goes to Ottarl. Okay, so she's pretty much what I'm going to have to start focusing on. So I'll just have to get bonds. The good thing about the fact is that Freya is another good thing about that is the fact that she is a regular character. Now, what do I mean by regular character? Okay, if you look right up in here, on some characters, you're going to see time limited. Okay, time limited right there. He's not time limited, okay? So, these characters that don't have time limited use Prism Bonds, okay? These characters that say time limited use Star Bonds. They're two different items, okay? So what you want to do is Prism Bonds, you get Prism Bonds by going into the Gnome ticket exchange. This is where you get your Star Bonds, okay? You need 1,000 to get a Star Bond for an adventure and assist, okay? These are used on time limited characters, okay? If you go down here to Hero and Flame Amulet Exchange, these Prism Bonds are used on regular characters which are not time limited, okay? So there's two different bonds. So, you need to focus on whichever one is you're doing. In my case, I need to focus on Hestia, so I need Prism Bond. I've got another, I'll be able to get another bond here, one more. These, the Hero Amulets, the Hero Medals and the Flame Amulets are what you get from event quests. When you go into your event exchange, there's your Hero Medals and the Flame Amulets. Usually in each event, they'll give you one. So just make sure you get them, and you have to get 3 of them to actually purchase a bond. So I need one more Flame Amulet to get an assist bond for her that I'll be able to use on Freya. And that'll buff her stats up. But in the end, she's going to be better suited for Ottarl than a part-time goddess Hestia. So that's my tentatively right here. I'm currently using her. I'm just getting her leveled up and stuff so that she'll be ready for a bond whenever it comes. And then once each time I bond her, I'll put her onto Ottarl and see if it keeps him to roughly the same physical attack and same stats. And then once they get to the same, I'll just leave her on there. Second thing I need to focus on is Amid is my healer. Unfortunately, she's the same type of assist as Freya, so that means I'm going to be getting quite a bit of Prism Bonds. I'm going to have to find a way to get Prism Bonds, to get those two leveled up. So my Prism Bonds for assist characters are pretty much taken up for all the way till well into the summer, end of summer, most likely into fall. So that's going to take care of that, unless I can get lucky I'm hoping I'll get an Amid or a Freya. I'm hoping to get an Amid banner sometime shortly. Would be really nice, so I can get some draws on her possibly. Um, as for my next character, that's another issue that we're having to look at because I'm not exactly sure. The problem is I'm starting to lean. My tower is starting to lean towards physical attacker. I mean, I've got Fierce Rage Ottarl. He's physical. Um, I've got Noble Fencer. She's physical. Okay. I've got wrong Chigusa. I've got Chigusa. She's physical. Physical attack. I've got Aisha. She's physical. Okay, so as you can see, I'm leaning more towards physical. The only real magic attacker I have is Cassandra. She's magic. Harihime's balanced. She does both magic and physical, but she does magic, so that's a magic attack. And those are really the only two full characters because my other five is this Ready Frack Bell. He does magic too. So I would like to have one more magic attack. What I'm hoping to do is sort of have, based on what's needed at the time for certain levels, you know, put physical or magic in, to see, you know, whichever, because sometimes that's what they, you know, when they focus up on the record buster, you know, sometimes whatever you're going against, you know, sometimes physical or magic work better, and you can get better score at it. So that's my hope. So I was going to have two teams, but I'm really not leaning towards what I'm probably going to do. So I'm probably going to end up sticking, you know, I got two bonds for Sword Unleashed, and if you look at his stats, he's a pretty good stat person. So I'll probably end up going for the Sword Unleashed Bell, because if you max out his stats, you'll see that he has a pretty good setup. He has SS on strength, SS on agility, and he does 1970 in base damage, which is not bad. He also has an 80% buff to his water protect, as well as a strength boost as well. And then he's got charm resist, of course, because he's, you know, the Memoria Freese. And then he's got luck of plus 25. On the other versions of Bell, it's usually a plus 20. The other one I was looking at was Outlaw Rabbit Bell, and as you can see from him, he's not quite up to the same level, but he is a magic attacker, which is why I was leaning towards him. But he doesn't get quite as much on the buff. It's only 50 at a second skill, but he's only got 20%. So as you can see, you know, they're like sort of level. So it's really difficult to determine which one I want to go with. So, you know, it's one of those things. I got a Prism Bond right now that I could put on a non-time, you know, time limited character. So right now, if I wanted to put the bond, I could make 3. No, he's time limited, so I couldn't put it on him. I'd have to use those 2 bonds, but I could put it on Outlaw Rabbit. Where's Outlaw Rabbit at? Yoo-hoo, Outlaw Rabbit. Right there he is, looking right at him. So I could put it on him. Yeah, see, there's the Prism Bond I got. I'm not going to use it on him at the moment because I'm still undecided, but I could, you know, limit break him. So it's just one of those things, you know. Really can't, you know, the Don's time limited, so I couldn't use the bond on him. He's got pretty good stats, but he's physical as well. So it's just, you know, crossroads. I need to make a decision. I'll probably wait until the next banner to determine what I'm going to do. Right now, I'm where I need to be to continue pumping out. I just need to get my hands on some Ascension items for my equipment and stuff like that. You know, and so when the next, this is going to be, the current event's going to be running until 5/6. So I'm looking into there. I haven't seen anything in there that, you know, that would increase me. I'm just running right now, running through my things, focusing on the you know, equipment side. So I got these adventure phones up, you know. So I'm running the very hard on the story level right now, earning up the points to get my next rank up at 1227. So we're getting there. It's working on it. Just gotta punch it through and see what I can do. But yeah, so I'm at sort of like the crossroads right now as to how I want to proceed into my next character. But I'll make a decision here shortly. And now I'm going to plug in. But I just want to give everybody an update, let them know that Ottarl's finished. And I have decided to, they put Ottarl and Freya up at the same time. A lot of times when they do that, they specifically get a good assist. They put them together for a reason. So I'm going to go ahead and focus on her as Freya, and she will be what I put on Ottarl. And then I could use the Space Hestia on any other the physical attack characters would be just as fine. Any strength, any physical attacker is needs a buff to strength. So I can put it on that. I could put it on Asia, or I could put it on Noble Fencer or something along that lines. Unfortunately, I like the current assist that I'm using. The me gives me my heal. The Lily one gives me my slow resist or slow apply, which is always good in wargaming, and things like that. And so the assists I'm using right now are pretty much where I need them to be in terms of that. But yeah, I just need something a little bit better for Ottarl. And Hestia has nice, but Freya just offers more in terms, the element resist, the magic resist, the physical resist, as well as the strength buff. That's just, and she has better stats, because those stats matter. Freya's are SS, SS, and SS compared to Hestia, which only has the SS stat on her strength. So it is what it is. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and focus on Freya as my assist for Ottarl. Okay, so I just wanted to get a heads up and let you know about the blacksmith, because I did get some DMs on that. Just play through the story, and that will open up the blacksmith, and you'll be able to do what you need to do. It won't open up until you've got to that. So just work through the Bell story, and that'll get you to where you need to be to get the blacksmith to open up. I think it's in I think it's in 15 or something that you start being able to do stuff. I'm not exactly sure where in the story it comes up, but it'll open up, and then once it does, and as you level up through the story and level up your character, you'll see more items that you can start crafting. And then once you start crafting, you want to focus on the boost events. Crafting these right here. You can't really get the items that you need to craft the high level weapons until you're doing it on very hard on EX, because if you look down here, this is a high level matte gold, and you can see you still have it on very hard, but on hard, see, you don't have it. So you can't get those high level mats until you get to very hard on EX. Okay, once you start doing it on EX, you'll start getting the Moonbow gems to drop. Moonbow gems, you're going to need those as well. Any high level material you're going to craft requires special materials from the material exchange shop, and those can only be got with Moonbow gems. And you get the Moonbow gems by doing the EX on the crafting. So that's the only way to get it. And then you'll usually need 4 of an item in here to craft that item, a named item for a character. So you'll need the Moonbow gems, and they drop in the crafting quest. So yeah, this is where do it, run it, keep running it until you can get to EX, and then you'll start getting the drops for it, and you'll start being able to do it. So don't worry about blacksmithing when you first start out. You can't craft anything anyway that would be of value at this point until you get higher level where you can get the materials to do it. Okay, so that's all I wanted to do. So thanks a lot for watching the video. I'll go ahead and put a like on the video, and go ahead and click on the subscribe button, and click on the little bell beside it for notifications if you want to receive a notification every time I drop a video. This is Ken here. I am still in the corner, and I'm signing out.